1, 2, 3, come on!
Time ever as a MotoGP rider, the 34-year-old on the podium here, his top six finish. Don't even know where you're going to start to do the highlights on that one. I'm speechless, Matt. I really am speechless at what we've seen because there's just so many tales. That scream, by the way, you can hear is Fabio. It's almost like it's just like Jack Miller's going to be gutted because he was in such a great position to take a podium.
21 years old, you know, with so little experience, 1 year in MotoGP, and he just put together in the toughest conditions an almost perfect race.
He's had so much trouble, hasn't he, over the last 2 or 3 seasons with those shoulder problems. The lockdown came at a good time for Marquez. Of course, it allowed him to get fully fit. Let's hope that it's nothing too serious for the world champion, because until that moment, he was on course to produce a miracle. Well, it's bitten a bit, hasn't it, this circuit, over the last couple of days. Worth mentioning as well, of course, previously in MotoGP, all the non-factory victories have been taken by Honda riders. It's the first ever victory for an independent team rider that's not on board a Honda.
Well, I'll tell you what, Matt, to be quite honest, I think there's going to be all sorts of stats being dropped with this today after what we've seen.
We miss you. You bet we did.
We definitely miss you. We miss the fans. I mean, this would have been something else for Fabio Quartararo in his first win to have celebrated in front of fans, but right at this particular moment in time, he won't care too much because
just so many talking points. So many talking points. That racket in the background is being created by Petrova.
Well, you can tell how hot it is. Look how hot it is. He just tipped a bottle of water over his head.
Dovizioso said it was going to be one of the most punishing races of his long Grand Prix career. So to salvage a podium, he's going to be absolutely delighted. Andrea Dovizioso moves him on to 102 career podiums.
He's first in Jerez.
Do you know what? He was first, well, last one he had was in Sepang. Only his 6th podium finish in the last 14 races. Alberto Puig then trying to get the impressions and the thoughts of a luckless Marc Marquez. What an eventful Spanish Grand Prix that to kick off 2020. Here's Andrea Dovizioso with Simon in Parc Ferme.
Andrea, again, after a tough weekend, you pull through and show your experience and skill and get back on the podium. How happy are you with this one?
Yes, I'm so happy, but I don't have the energy to be happier. It was really tough. I was struggling to ride the bike, but I didn't give up, and I was able to stay there when they dropped. So that gave me the possibility. I'm so happy because 2 weeks ago I broke the collarbone, so it wasn't that bad, but at the end we did a great job, and really thank you to my team.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
In the grand scheme of things, when you consider Brno and Austria come after the next week's Jerez, it's a massive 16 points for Andrea Dovizioso.
Andrea Dovizioso struggling to speak there. He's so drained. These guys are Olympic standard elite athletes. They could do triathlon. Look at that. There was moments galore, wasn't in that race. You know how taxing it was out there when you hear somebody as fit as Andrea Dovizioso struggling to keep his composure. There is Parc Ferme with Simon. Maverick Vinales, well, he gambled just like his teammate Valentino Rossi did on that soft front tyre. It didn't pay dividends, and he's about to come and talk to Simon Craven. Fascinated to find out exactly what happened to Vinales in that 25 lap. Over to you, Simon.
Maverick, super fast in the beginning. It looked like you were on fighting, thinking about the win, and then a couple of things happened. Can you talk us through, and are you happy with second?
Yeah, man. For sure, I'm really happy. You know, here at Jerez, you know, usually it's not a good track for me, but every year we are improving. But anyway, I'm really happy because I lose the front 2 or 3 times. I was feeling myself on the ground, so I tried to control the situation. I tried to save the tire until the end to fight against Miller. And then somehow I found a good grip, I found a good rhythm, and I started to catch up. But anyway, you know, we choose the soft front. My thinking was to push a lot in the beginning to open a gap, but in lap 6 or 7, I lose the front, I lose 1.5 seconds, and I could not finish the way I wanted. But anyway, we are very happy. second solid position, so very pleased about this race.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, if you can't execute plan A, mate, never really look back. There'd already been so much drama before that, hadn't there? Fabio Quartararo was lost in nowhere on final. But here he is then, the first French MotoGP winner in 21 long years. Fabio Quartararo with Simon.
Fabio, how does it feel to be 21 years old, beat all of the best guys in the world and many with more experience? Are you happy?
Fucking hell. The best moment of my life for sure. Didn't realize it yet. You know, feels so strange to race without the fans. Honestly, I would love them to be here to cheer with them, but honestly, this race was for them, was for all the people affected by COVID, and for my family, my brother always supporting me, my parents, and my family.
Big congratulations.
Huge, humongous congratulations to Fabio Quartararo. Of course, when you win your first ever MotoGP race, emotions are running pretty high. Apologies for the start of this language at the opening of that interview, but as we said, emotions are running high when you've won that first MotoGP race. Utmost respect and congratulations to Fabio Quartararo. First 25 points have been decided then in the MotoGP World Championship for 2020, and we could not have had a more dramatic start than that one. Quite incredible.
There you can see the congratulations coming in from so many teams. Look at that. That's brilliant to see. Everybody out to give him a massive round of applause, including his old speed-up team. That was a nice little touch there. Luca Bosco-Scorer's lot. Now then, let's see how these guys feel. Razlan Razali, Johan Stiggerfeldt, realising that it's finally happened. What scenes. What scenes.
Do you know what? We both walked into the paddock this morning, didn't we, with Johan Stiggerfeldt, and he said, don't want to get too carried away, but yeah, we're quietly confident. Quietly confident. Not the scenes that we wanted to see, unfortunately, for the world champion. We thought we were going to be toasting a miraculous podium for Marc Marquez. That huge moment early on at turn 4 when he was leading ahead of Vinales, and then the monster high side at turn 3 for the Repsol Honda man. He's currently undergoing observation and checks into the gravel trap. Nasty, nasty way to kick off the E. You could just see it spin up on him. Down he went.
You're fighting a bike, you're fighting another rider. Today, the riders were fighting the conditions.
And you know what?
That's the situation we've been in.
They were fighting themselves. You know, their own minds were sort of telling them, can't do this anymore, can't do this, my body literally cannot go on. Andrea Dovizioso did say, didn't he? It was so hard just to even keep control of the bike. So, your first MotoGP podium of 2020, and I'm delighted to say it's going to be headed by Fabio Quartararo after a truly remarkable start to the campaign. There is Razlan Razali, team principal of the Petronas Yamaha SRT squad. Here comes Andrea Dovizioso. 102nd career podium. Would not have had to have worked much harder than any other than that one. Good start for the Ducati man, because it's a bogey circuit for both him and the Desmos Adichie. Maverick Vinales, well, he wanted more. He went for that Michelin soft front tyre choice. It just did not work out for him, did it? But all hail the new king of MotoGP. He's reigned in Spain. Fabio Quartararo is our latest Premier Class winner from pole position here in Jerez. Jubilant scenes there for the Yamaha SRT squad. On his way, of course, to partner Maverick Vinales in the factory team next year. And Manuel Munoz, General Secretary of Tourism of the Andalusian government. They, of course, worked so tirelessly behind the scenes to put on this Jerez double-header. What a way to start the 2020 MotoGP World Championship. Third place trophy then goes to Ducati's Andrea Dovizioso, the 34-year-old. It's his 61st top 3 MotoGP, 102nd of his Grand Prix career, first in the Premier Class at this famous circuit. Second place, the 25-year-old Spaniard Maverick Vinales, the deputy man for Red, handing over the prize 24th MotoGP podium for Maverick Vinales. He's second in the Yamaha 1-2 because for the first time in 21 years we have a French winner in the Premier class. Well, Marine, the Vice President of Andalusia, got hands over the trophy to Fabio Quartararo, the 21-year-old from Nice. His 8th MotoGP podium. His second career victory, first in MotoGP, and let's see the Le Marseillaise ring out in MotoGP for the first time in over 2 decades.
Wow. That was certainly worth the 4.5-month wait, wasn't it? I think we knew it was going to be exciting, but I don't think any of us expected the drama that unfolded over 25 laps in headers. Fabio Quartararo is sporting a very 90s haircut, and it's only fitting because it was way back in the 90s when we last heard La Marseillaise, the French national anthem, ring out in MotoGP. Quartararo, the first French MotoGP race winner in 21 years, his first ever Premier Class victory. He deserves a big sip of that Prosecco. We all expected Quartararo to be a championship contender this season. Well, he's a championship leader after round 1. Andrea Dovizioso will be very happy to be standing alongside him on the podium. Dovi didn't have a great starting position but rescued a 3rd place. And Maverick Vinales standing alongside his future teammate from next year, Fabio Quartararo. Vinales, well, it was all about tyre choice for him, wasn't it? That's our